Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Divine Healing. I hope you would have watched my first video on the introduction to Nakshatras, where I talked about the three critical Nakshatras that you need to understand in your horoscope. That is the Moon Nakshatra, Lagna Nakshatra, and the Lagna Lord Nakshatra. As a continuation to that, I want to start posting videos on each of the 27 Nakshatras. And today I want to start with Ashwini, the first nakshatra in the 27 lunar mansions. So if your moon nakshatra is Ashwini, or if your lagna is falling in Ashwini, or if your lagna lord is sitting in Ashwini, you would be able to very well relate to this content. So let's get started. So Ashwini. So this Ashwini nakshatra is also called as the star of transport. So why it is called as the star of transport? Ashwini Kumars, who are considered to be the deities of this nakshatra, they used to travel in a golden chariot to the Devaloka. So this is one base why this nakshatra is also called as the star of transport. And the other base is this Ashwini people are generally forward looking. They are goal oriented, they are action oriented, and are always on the move to achieve their goals. So that is the other reason this nakshatra is also called as a star of transport. And the third reason is that Ashwini closely associates with the government. And we have seen that today government, they actually launch this aerial unmanned vehicles, which is called as drones, basically to explore the enemy's land, right? So since government is also closely linked with Ashwini, and through this unmanned aerial vehicles also, we can say that this is called as the star of transport. So I want to start with a one-liner here, which closely links to this Ashwini Nakshatra. You need not be great to start. You need not be great to start, but you need to start to become great. This means that since this nakshatra is a starting point, start is going to be absolutely important for everyone if you want to really move ahead with your new initiatives. So let me quickly preview the content, what I'm going to discuss as part of this video. I will talk about the key facts about the Ashwini Nakshatra. I will also mention the suitable education streams. So what are all the kinds of education that would be suiting the Ashwini natives, whether your Lagna is an Ashwini, or if your Moon Nakshatra is an Ashwini, or if your Lagna Lord is an Ashwini, or even if your second or sixth or 10th houses in your horoscope, if it is associated with Ashwini, what are all the education streams that you can pursue that will directly help in burning your birth karmas from the perspective of occupation. Then I will also talk about the remedies and recommendations for the Ashwini natives, the keywords that are associated with this nakshatra, and the nakshatra temple. So each and every nakshatra has its own nakshatra temple. So I will also discuss about the nakshatra temple for Ashwini. So let's continue with the key facts. As I mentioned, Ashwini is the first nakshatra in the 27 lunar mansions. So that is why it is the starting point. And it is the first constellation, and it also falls in the Mesha Rasi, which is the first zodiac sign among the 12 zodiac signs. So Mesha Rasi is the first in the zodiac belt, and that is the reason Ashwini Nakshatra, being the first nakshatra, it is a starting point. So it is ruled by the planet Ketu, the most spiritual planet, and Ashwini Kumars is the nakshatra deity. And to tell a fact about Ashwini Kumars, these Ashwini Kumars were born to the planet Sun and Sanjana when both were in the horse form. So Sun was in the form of a stallion, Sanjana was in the form of a mare. And during that time, Ashwini Kumars were born. And that is the reason they are horse-faced twins. And they are considered to be the celestial healers. They are the healers for the Devaloka. And they are the Nakshatra deities for the Ashwini Nakshatra. And since this Nakshatra is falling in the first house, that is the Mesha Rasi, it basically represents the name, fame, identity, and health of the native. Why? Because first house is your name, first house is your fame, and that is your identity and health. So to continue with the key facts, planet Sun is having a great influence on this nakshatra. Why? So if you see, Sun is exalted in the Mesha Rasi, especially in 10 degrees. That is where the Ashwini Nakshatra is falling. So that's why Sun has a great influence on this nakshatra. And Sun, along with the planet Ketu and Mars, gives a directional strength to this nakshatra. So why Ketu? Because Ashwini Nakshatra itself is ruled by Ketu, and Mars is ruling the first zodiac sign, which is Mesha Rasi. So Sun, along with the other two planets, Ketu and Mars, gives a great directional strength to this nakshatra. And since Sun represents the government, Sun also represents healing, doctors, etc. So you can see there will be a lot of government employees, there will be doctors across multiple fields within medicine that can be seen in the Ashwini natives or in their ancestral hierarchy. Right, so now what this image represents? So this image represents that the people who are ruled by the Ketu Nakshatras, they were forced to come to earth because of their past life karmas. So who are all the Ketu ruled Nakshatra people? They are Ashwini, Maham, and Moolam, or in other words, which are all the Ketu ruled Nakshatras? It is Ashwini, Maham, and Moolam. So people who are ruled by the Ketu, who are under the Ketu ruled Nakshatras, they were really not prepared to come to earth, but however, they were forcefully pushed to earth in order to burn their past life karmas. Right? So this is another that is secret that is associated with the Ketu ruled nakshatras. And as mentioned earlier, Ashwini people are very action oriented. So they first set a goal and they keep working towards that goal. And they're always forward looking and they're very good starters. And that is the reason I was talking about that the motivational one-liner closely associates to the Ashwini natives. They are very good starters. We can see good healers within the Ashwini natives. Why? Because as I mentioned, Ashwini Kumars themselves, they are celestial healers. So the healers can include astrologers, numerologists, Reiki healers, or any other healing therapies what people are practicing. So they can do very good in healing. And they are also clairvoyant and clair-heard as well. So if the Ashwini natives gets a diksha from a guru and has his third eye open, they can also be a fortune tellers of the future. So they are very clairvoyant and they are clair-heard as well. They have got excellent leadership abilities. That's again because of the Sun and Mars giving the directional strength to the native. They can lead a project, they can lead a team, they can lead a company. They have great leadership skills and they will fare very well in the managerial roles as well.